good for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, there is new information regarding two women that have been missing since earlier this week.
51-year-old Kimberly Pouchard and 50-year-old Angela Bussell are both from Topsom, but police say the two women could be in the area because they may have confused Topsom and Topsfield. They were last seen in Springfield at an Irving gas station on Route 6 on Wednesday at roughly 10 a.m. According to police, both women have intellectual disabilities and they may be trying to return home by way of the interstate or Route 1. Pouchard is driving a red Jeep Compass with Maine registration 1960VC, that's Victory Charlie. She is a white female, 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing 164 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. Angela Bussell is a passenger in the vehicle. She is a white female, 5 feet 8, weighing 213 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. Now, if anyone makes contact with them, you're asked to call the Topsom Police Department. That number, 443-9711.
Meanwhile, a fire at a gas station in Waterville this morning could be seen for miles. Officials say at around 5:15 this morning, both Waterville and Oakland fire departments were dispatched to the Dead River Shell Station at 500 Kennedy Memorial Drive in Waterville. When they arrived, crews found a propane filling station was on fire, with flames being fueled by a tank carrying more than 1,200 gallons of propane. Crews put out the fire in around an hour. Waterville Police Department Deputy Chief Jason Frost says it was straightforward due to the specific nature of the fuel.
It's not the tank on fire, it's the gas that's coming out of it. So they're actually designed to do that so that they won't start to boil inside and then explode. LP gas is actually a clean gas, so as it's venting off, you actually want it to burn so that it doesn't actually just disperse and go into a building or go into low-lying areas.
Fire crews used water to keep the tank cool and prevent a possible rupture, monitoring the temperature with thermal imaging cameras. Dead River technicians arrived on scene and assisted fire crews with shutting off the propane supply from the tank. Officials say a tractor used for plowing struck a fill hose, which caused the propane leak. It is presumed electrical wires that ignited that leaking propane, and the fire is considered accidental. No injuries were reported.
Maine State Police are investigating a double homicide in Poland. On Tuesday, Androscoggin County Sheriff's deputies discovered the bodies of two deceased men at a home in Poland. State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss says the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner identified them as 21-year-old Shoaib Mohammed Adan of Springfield, Massachusetts, and 16-year-old Mohammed Adan of Lewiston, Maine. The Chief Medical Examiner ruled their deaths as homicides. Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit and the Sheriff's Office have been conducting interviews and following leads in both Maine and Massachusetts. And anyone with information is asked to contact the Androscoggin County Sheriff's Office. That number is 753-2599.
Last week, during a hearing on the healthcare workforce crisis, Senator Collins presented a picture of just how poorly Maine colleges and universities are equipped to teach new nursing applicants. Collins said that in 2021, 92,000 applications were turned away, with faculty shortages cited as a top reason. And the University of Maine this year had more than 1,200 applications for just 80 slots. Our Emma Smith had the chance to talk to the senator about the issue.
So here we have a situation where we have a dramatic shortage of nurses. We have people who want to become nurses, right, but we can't accommodate them because our universities and colleges can't attract enough people to be nursing professors. And that's the problem we need to focus on. A lot of people are under the misconception that people don't want to go into nursing anymore. That's not the issue, thank goodness.
Yeah.
There are so many people who are willing to go into the field of nursing, who want to help care for people, but we simply don't have the professors to educate them.
Right.
Senator Collins said more collaboration between universities and hospitals with a working and teaching mix would help get more educators in the classrooms. She also expressed some ideas about expanding debt forgiveness for nursing professors that would agree to teach for 5 years.
Well, earlier this week, Governor Janet Mills announced she's joined the newly launched Reproductive Freedom Alliance. Mills joins 19 other governors from across the country who are invested in securing abortion protections by collectively expanding state reproductive rights. Planned Parenthood reports 12 states have eliminated abortion access, including states like Texas, which exercise trigger laws, making abortion illegal immediately following the overturning of Roe v. Wade. A spokesperson for Planned Parenthood of Northern New England says though the establishment of the alliance is reassuring, more must be done.
It is important that our elected leaders are coming together to try and find solutions. 1 in 3 women are living in a place where they can't legally access or exercise their reproductive rights and freedom. And they are having to navigate extreme hurdles to try and get access to abortion care.
Last month, Governor Mills, Senate President Troy Jackson, and House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross announced legislation to ensure protections to Maine medical providers offering abortion care.
A concerned Mainer is using his expertise to share some important safety tips when it comes to a popular winter activity. Our David Ledford has more.
We've had too many deaths in the last few days, so I'd like to see that stop right now.
While it may be one of the most popular winter activities in Maine, experts say that snowmobiling can be incredibly dangerous if you go in unprepared. Al Sweat, president of the Maine Snowmobile Association, says that everyone should carry a first aid kit and a survival kit as the bare minimum when they hit Maine's trails. However, he says that checking your gear before you head out is just as important.
I'm looking also for anything broken, a broken bushing, a cracked A-arm, similar to this, might be broken. Make sure my carbides, I'll flip the ski up, check my carbides. Just look for any broken parts that will make your day miserable on the trail.
Sweat also recommends that people bring a flashlight, a GPS, and a reliable form of communication, like a satellite phone. Sweat says that 88,000 snowmobiles were registered in Maine last year, and he expects similar numbers this season, which is why he stressed the importance of cautious and courteous driving.
When you go out on your sled, be prepared. Slow down, go around the corners easy. You're not NASCAR race drivers. It saddens me when anybody calls me and says somebody's died on a sled. You know, they're supposed to be on a 14,000 miles of trail, having fun, out with a family and friends and having a good time. And then when people get hurt, it really strikes home hard.
Above all, Sweat says that one of the most important safety tips he can give is to simply wear a helmet. In Waterville, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And to learn more about important snowmobile safety tips, you can visit MaineSnowmobileAssociation.com.
Well, close calls similar to the one Waterville resident Lisa Evans experienced have prompted a local representative to propose a bill he says could help keep motorists safe. Our Matthew Duranczyk explains.
Next thing we know, boom, and a large chunk of ice came and hit the entire windshield. Did not.
Lisa Evans recounts the close call she had a year ago when a piece of ice flew off a truck and shattered the windshield of her Toyota Prius while driving to Boston.
And I had to scooch down. The windshield was completely shattered and was able to get off the exit.
Fortunately, no one was hurt, but events like this are what inspired Waterville Representative Bruce White to draft legislation that he feels would prevent dangerous incidents.
Every winter, we hear about these many times windshields getting smashed by ice falling off from cars or trucks in front of them. And so this has been an issue and it continues to be.
Under current law, Mainers must remove snow, ice, or any other substances from the windshield, driver's side, and passenger side windows, but not on vehicle roofs. If passed, the law would allow police officers to fine drivers $150 to $500 for not cleaning off snow that accumulated on top of cars. Representative White and other lawmakers have tried to pass this bill a few times but have been unsuccessful. What makes this bill different is the proposed 48-hour grace period after a storm to clean vehicle roofs of snow.
We want to bring awareness. Maybe somebody will take that extra few minutes that it takes to clean off their car, truck, or vehicle to hopefully prevent tragic accident.
A public meeting for the bill will be held Thursday, March 2nd at 1 p.m. In Waterville, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, over at Herman Mountain, the fluctuation in weather has left crews there putting in some extra hours to help keep those slopes ready for skiing and tubing. Owner Bill Whitcomb says he's been able to keep up with very little compromise, though he had to cut his tubing slopes from 3 runs to 2. And with the mountain for sale, he says this shows even in less than ideal weather, the mountain can still thrive.
So, you know, it's been a different year for sure because of the weather, which is kind of in a way good because it is for sale and somebody needs to see that, yeah, you can make it on a hard year. And you can. You just got to be willing to work.
Whitcomb says he is very happy that the next week or so has cold weather in the forecast. So for the end of school vacation, maybe put some skiing and tubing on your to-do list. Definitely lots of fun to be had there.
You may just want to head out in the middle of the day when it's the warmest, so it's at least 20 degrees while you're out skiing and tubing.
Absolutely, but I will tell you though, it can be really cold and you end up just not caring after a while because you're working up a sweat. Even lugging those big tubes up,
that's work.
That's some
cardio.
Yeah, it can get you going.
All righty. Well, let's hit pause here and get a first check of our forecast and see what else is coming our way.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Friday. We made it. Your first weather is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store, and we are talking about temperatures that are a bit cool today. The average high being near 30. None of us did that today. 18 here in Bangor, 14 Millinocket. We're going to work on that, though, as somewhat warmer temperatures are on the way. Out there first, though, a very cold night ahead for us tonight with low temperatures down below 0. In fact, here is a wind chill advisory to the west of us for feel-like temperatures there approaching 25 degrees below 0 tonight. As the clouds are decreasing across the area now, the fresh snowpack in place give us lots of cold temperatures. It's going to be a cold night for us. And then we look forward to this. That's our next weather system late Sunday to Monday. Some more snowfall in the forecast. For tonight, though, we're talking about mostly clear skies and just cold with low temperatures hanging out below 0. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Cold indeed. Maybe grab that extra blanket and throw it on your bed.
Yeah, maybe a little warm beverage before bed, too. Sounds pretty good.
We enjoy warm beverages.
Yes, we do.
All righty. Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. The Russian invasion of Ukraine hits its 1-year anniversary today. We'll have a look at where things stand.
And we'll hear from an anonymous Russian in Maine on their perspective over the ongoing war. Those stories and more local news after this.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
No.
Of course not.
Not again.
Get your Toyota ready for the year's coldest and harshest weather. See your New England Toyota dealer for great service offers to help keep your Toyota dependable and fuel efficient all winter long. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Find meaningful work in direct care, like Carmen, who works in a residential care facility with adults with disabilities.
I can't imagine why people are not just jumping like fish in a pond, because you make such a difference. It's so humbling. Anyone who wants to make a difference, this is the place to go.
Visit mainjobs.care/WVII to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Bangor Brewer bowling lanes on Wilson Street in Brewer, featuring 24 lanes of candlepin bowling and a big arcade room where kids can win great prizes. Glow bowling on Saturday nights from 7 until closing. Bring your entire family. A fun entertainment for all ages.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Zach Edey beats third-ranked Purdue against Trace Jackson Davis in Indiana. Fox Primetime Hoops, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern.
The NASCAR Cup Series on Fox roars into California. Reigning Fontana winner Kyle Larson looks to make it 2 in a row, but Kyle Busch has won 3 and is hungry for 4.
All I do is win.
NASCAR Cup Series coverage begins Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Well, today marks 1 year since the start of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Kyiv on this solemn anniversary.
As Ukraine marks 1 year since the Russian invasion, heavy fighting is expected in the coming months as officials in Kyiv call for more support. President Volodymyr Zelensky presents a medal to a Ukrainian soldier at a ceremony in the capital of Kyiv. The wartime leader is commemorating the 1 year mark of the Russian invasion.
May this be proudly proclaimed everywhere. Ukraine is alive.
This time last year, Ukraine's Western allies called on Zelensky to evacuate as Russian troops closed in. He famously responded, "I need ammunition, not a ride."
What was going through your mind the night the Russians invaded?
What was in my mind? I think for the first time, I didn't have any feelings because I didn't have, I think, enough time for feelings.
Ukrainian officials tell Fox News they believe 200,000 Russian soldiers have been killed or wounded so far. As Russia advances, they've killed more than 8,000 Ukrainian civilians and internally displaced more than 5 million others, according to the United Nations. With an expected Ukrainian counteroffensive, the spring and summer months will be filled with difficult battles to reclaim territory. Today, Poland's prime minister visited Kyiv to announce the arrival of Western battle tanks in Ukraine. The German-made Leopard 2 tanks will soon be moved to the battlefield, but Ukraine's defense minister tells Fox News more is needed to win this war.
We need planes for defense, because we need to defend our sky. We have to dominate in the sky when we will go to the counteroffensive campaign. But first stage, it's air defense capabilities.
Today, Russia's representative to the United Nations spoke about the 1 year mark of the war, ironically calling on Ukraine to reduce hostilities when it was Russia that started the conflict. In Kyiv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
And with no clear end in sight to the war in Ukraine, we heard from a Russian native who asked to remain anonymous in fear of strict consequences from the Russian government.
February 24, 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, beginning the Russian-Ukrainian War. Many assumed the small country of Ukraine would quickly retreat and defeat. However, the Ukrainian people have remained resilient while receiving support from multiple countries worldwide.
People were talking how Russia was going to win and win quick. You know, that was some of the early commentary about this.
Former Bangor City Councilman Sean Fairclough traveled to Poland back in 2022, a week following the Russian invasion. Fairclough recalls his time at the Poland-Ukraine border, assisting those willing to flee their home in search of safety.
We had about 1,000 refugees per day coming to the facility, where we provided clothing to people who came over the border, mostly women and children, with whatever they could carry.
A Russian native currently attending the University of Maine says she fears speaking out openly against Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Unfortunately, right now, Russian propaganda is working really well on silencing people and silencing people who are supporting Ukraine or saying anything negative towards Putin. So as far as I know, one of the strongest sentences right now that people can get is up to 15 years in prison. And that's for simply calling the war the war.
She says Russian state officials have deemed the ongoing war a special military operation. The UMaine student says there are several cultural misconceptions, and one is most assume Russian civilians are in agreement with Putin's actions.
Right now, there is such phenomenon as Виноватый русский or guilty Russian, which is something that many Russian people experience.
Overall, she says she wants to focus on what's most important while standing in support of Ukraine.
Goal number one is to survive, and right now the focus should obviously be on Ukraine and Ukrainian people.
AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll have the latest in the murder trial of Alex Murdaugh, who was pressed by a prosecutor in court today.
And environmental activist Aaron Brockovich visits East Palestine, Ohio to meet with residents affected by the toxic train derailment. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
It would appear that
the butler did it.
But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on road.
Catch these offers while you can.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
It would appear that
the butler did it.
But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on road.
Catch these offers while you can.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Intense and repeated confrontations between an aggressive prosecutor and a lawyer turned defendant in today's testimony at the Alex Murdaugh double murder trial. The once prominent attorney and the man trying to put him away sparred often during the cross-examination. Fox's Jonathan Seri has a recap.
I did not and would not hurt my wife and my child.
So why
so
can't
I
you
know
remember
for a
what you
fact
were doing?
that I never, ever created an alibi.
Alec Murdaugh insists he did not kill his wife Maggie and their son Paul, but he says paranoid thoughts from opioid abuse caused him to lie to police regarding his whereabouts the night of the crime.
Other than lying to them about going to the kennel, I was cooperative in every aspect of this investigation.
Very cooperative, except for maybe the most important fact of all, that you were at the murder scene with the victims just minutes before they died.
Hey, he's got a bird in his mouth.
The three voices in the background of this video place Murdaugh with his wife and son at the family kennel just minutes before they were killed.
Were the dogs acting like there was somebody around that they didn't know?
Yeah, like dogs do.
No.
They weren't.
There was nobody around that the dogs didn't know.
But the defendant pushed back when prosecutors tried to identify an aha moment in his crime scene interview with police.
I knew she'd gone to the kennel. I was at the house. I don't believe that was lying at that point.
Okay, tell me why not.
Because Maggie had gone to the kennels and I was at the house.
Murdaugh says he continues to believe the shootings are related to Paul's 2019 boat accident that killed Mallory Beach and injured others on board. At the time of his death, Paul faced charges of boating under the influence and had received what his father described as vile threats on social media.
The person or people who did what I saw on June the 7th, they hated Paul Murdaugh, and they had anger in their heart.
The defense plans to call 4 more witnesses before arresting Monday afternoon. Closing arguments could take place on Wednesday. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
In other news, the housing market weakened in January for the 12th straight month as continued high mortgage rates keep buyers on the sidelines. Fox's Jerry Willis has the details.
The housing market continues to slide as high rates and high prices constrain buyers. Plus, uncertainty fueled by layoffs are also putting the brakes on potential demand.
The market is on a standstill because nobody knows what to do. People are not listing their places, and the sales volume is down 51% just in New York City, 51%. But the prices have not come down.
As a result, mortgage applications have plummeted. The latest Mortgage Bankers Index showing applications were down 18% from the prior week. That's the biggest drop in 18 years. This week, we learned that new home sales beat Wall Street expectations, rising more than 7% in January. But the strength is concentrated in a single region, the South, where sales rose 17%, while the rest of the country saw a drop. In the Northeast, it was a sharp drop, down 19.4%. Now, sales of existing homes also languishing as the total value of homes plummeted $2.3 trillion to $47.7 trillion in the second half of 2022. That's down 4.9%. And that's the largest drop since 2008, when home values fell 5.8%. But as the pros say, all real estate is local. And while values are falling in places like San Francisco and New York, areas like Miami and Knoxville, Tennessee have gained 20%. Experts say large cities will have to do more to attract buyers.
Law and order in most of this, in any city, particularly the urban cities where you're going to have tourists and corporations, they need to feel safe. And I don't think that people will invest in any market if they don't feel safe.
Smaller towns are getting more attention from buyers. Bankrate says the top 5 metros for first-time home buyers include Kansas City and Raleigh, North Carolina. Bottom line, experts say the U.S. housing market is taking some hits, but talks of a collapse are way overblown. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
In other news tonight, environmental activist Erin Brockovich tells East Palestine residents to, quote, be vigilant after the Norfolk Southern Trail derailment raised concerns about contamination in their hometown. Brockovich says she relates to residents' frustration about not knowing whether their town is safe following that derailment, telling them, quote, you're not alone. She urges residents to be their own advocates and to bond with their community members, saying no one is coming to, quote, give you all the answers.
I'm here tonight for you, and a message that maybe you don't want to hear, but you already know it. In the absence of information, sometimes we get comfortable, we get complacent, and I can say that because I know I have too. But we've believed in something or someone or an agency that if there's an issue, will in fact do the right thing by us. But in a moment like this, you will become the strongest advocate you have. And I have found that communities already know this. I'm not coming here tonight to tell you something you already don't know.
Well, Brockovich encouraged the residents of East Palestine to continue to raise concerns about their safety following the derailment. She said, quote, "That's how things will change."
Certainly a very difficult situation for everyone living in that area.
And it's really interesting to see Aaron Brockovich continuing on with that environmental activism work and advocating for people who may be, the victims of environmental contamination. So it's interesting to see her, on scene there speaking to folks. She certainly knows what she's talking about.
Absolutely. All right, well, here back at home, we are expecting some chilly temperatures. They're continuing to drop out there.
They are most certainly continuing to drop. And how low will they go? All right, well, the full 5 days coming up.
High temperatures mostly in the teens today. Tomorrow is going to be a bit warmer, followed by some more weather getting in here late Sunday and Monday. More snow on the way. I'll tell you how much when I come back.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you can get a cash-saving 3.99% financing deal on an all-wheel drive Camry. And every Camry comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676. ABC7, Fox 22, and Next Home Experience want to send you to see the professional bull riders performing March 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. Register to win 2 tickets at our website. Come out of the gate hot this year. With selling your home, like riding a bull, the market can be a bumpy ride, but our Next Homies are here to make it as smooth as possible. Get your tickets, get looped, and get sold. With Next Home Experience, your humans over houses realtors.
Here we go. It's Friday night. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people. And let's look at this first. So we have decreasing clouds out there now, a fresh snowpack in place, and some Arctic air. That's going to give us some cold temperatures tonight with lows down below 0. And then off to the west of us, here comes our next weather system. It's just now getting into the picture there. That's our next system for later Sunday and Monday. That could easily bring us some accumulating snow once again. There it is. And then back behind that, that's kind of the main event. Next week for a late Monday, more so Tuesday, likely another snow system in our backyards with temperatures hanging out in the 20s. Right now, though, for today, looking at mostly clear skies for tonight. Not a star, lots of stars out there, hardly any clouds at all. That will give us that radiational cooling, a cold night ahead, but then increasing clouds tomorrow. Here's 10:30 or so, looking at partly cloudy skies tomorrow morning, and then more clouds spreading in throughout the afternoon. There could be a couple snow flurries in there, most likely not. Most of us will stay dry tomorrow, but But then later on Sunday into Monday, here's Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon, we're looking at more increasing moisture and probably some light snow again later Sunday into Monday. This will not be a big deal, but probably a widespread 1 to 3 inch snowfall late Sunday into Monday. That will definitely slow us down in Monday morning. So that looks like this on paper. You can see here that widespread, maybe inch or 2 or 3 of snowfall on the way for us later Sunday into Monday before another system gets in here, most likely on Tuesday. A very active pattern still. Kind of windy out there today, right? That you felt that wind out of the northwest gusting near 25 with air temperatures in the teens, a gusty northwest wind. That gave us feel-like temperatures all day long today, below 0 or in the single digits, right? So out there now, we'll have actual air temperatures tonight down below 0. And we're going to work on that wind tomorrow. But there was some blowing and drifting snow out there again today. So overall visibility looking good currently, but this may come down just a bit overnight tonight. All right, so here are the advisories, and here's a gale warning too. Wave heights out here approaching 12 feet, but this one's more important here. That's a wind chill advisory. We could have feel-like temperatures approaching 25 degrees, below 0 tonight to the west of the area, but there could be a few spots in our area as well. We'll keep that northwest wind going tonight with temperatures down below 0. It's going to be a cold night ahead. All right, the temperatures out there today, 18 here in Bangor, 14 Millinocket, 18 for Bar Harbor. This is well below the average high being around 30 for this time of the year. And there's lots of cold air to go around. In fact, here it is. But we're going to start working on this, sending it that way, and getting in some more warmer temperatures, warmer for February, later on this weekend. Going forward, though, so for tonight, lots of clear skies. It's just cold out there. Low temperatures down near 5 below. Would feel like temperatures approaching 20 below tonight. For tomorrow, all right, so some recovery, increasing clouds throughout the day. High temperatures reaching for 20. Will probably stop just short with a northwest breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story. Some light snow back in the forecast Sunday. A break in the action Monday, followed by what could be a pretty good snow system in here on Tuesday. Beth?
I'm just psyched we're back in the 20s next week.
Yeah, that is going to feel really nice.
Really nice indeed.
It really will.
All right.
All right, well, get ready because Fast Break's coming up with Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol.
They will have all the scores, highlights, and all the tournament coverage you can possibly take coming up.
Tonight's Stock Report is brought to you by Triple S Tax Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel. Come stop by for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
The Quirk Subaru Washington's birthday sales event is here. Get 3.9% financing when you purchase select 2023 models. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
Where do you go when you need a real estate appraisal? Who has the experience that I need? Who can I trust? Maine Val has over 30 years of experience across the state of Maine in providing top quality real estate appraisal services. Contact us today and speak with one of our many licensed professionals. Maine Val, quality delivered on schedule. Call us today at 207-573-3222. That's 573-3222.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only Candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor. It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
911, what's your emergency?
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. This is Fast Break Tournament Edition. Tonight it was also Fast Break Championship Edition. We have plenty to get to. The Class C North semifinals wrapped up at the Cross Center. The Class A North championships happened down in Augusta, plus some X's and O's breakdown as well. My favorite, Ryan Sudol, is standing by at the Augusta Civic Center for those A North finals. But before we get to that, let's look at those brackets, starting with the boys. We are left with Brewer and Skowhegan after Brewer got past Coney and Camden Hills. Skowhegan got past Lawrence and Messalonsky. This is the rubber match. Highly anticipated matchup. Should be a fun one. And over to the girls now. Unbeaten Gardner going up against Lawrence for the third time this year. Lawrence in their second straight A North Girls Regional Finals. Again, should be a good one. So, couple of highly anticipated matchups there. And without further ado, Ryan Sudol is down on the floor at the Augusta Civic Center with all the updates from those A North championships. Ryan, what's going on?
Thank you very much, Tyler. I'm here at the Augusta Civic Center. Still a buzz from the boys' final that ended just about a half an hour ago. But let's get to that later. Let's start with the first of two A North finals on the night. It was the girls' final between number 1 seeded Gardner and number 2 seeded Lawrence. This game was a clash of two teams that faced off twice in the regular season, with Gardner winning both meetings. Let's go to those highlights right now. Gardner opened up the game. Lawrence opened up the game, on an 11-2 run. And more of the same in the second quarter. It was 19-12 dogs after one. More of the same in the second. Allison Higgins racing down the court and hit a floater at the horn. It's 33-20 Lawrence at half. Gardner would cut the lead to single digits down the stretch. Lizzie Gruber was great underneath as always for Gardner, but the Bulldogs managed her so well. And in the end, it would be Lawrence holding on to win 61-54 after losing to Gardner twice this year and losing the regionals last year. They are A North champs. Hope Bouchard had 26 and she was named tourney MVP. Here she is.
We were coming back this year with a bunch of starters and we knew what we wanted to do from the start and we got it done. It feels amazing. I feel very amazing right now. I'm on top of the world.
And to the A North boys final now, the rubber match between the 1 seed Brewer and the 3 seed Skowhegan. The Witches started off where they left off last game from deep, multiple threes in the first. That one from Brady Saunders, 20-6 Witches after one. Second quarter, the wagon would roll on. They'd move their game more to the interior this quarter. Of course, it's just as effective. Evan Netto right there, 31-13 Brewer at the half. In the third quarter, Skowhegan would have some success on the inside. LePage twins putting up a bunch as always. And in the final seconds of the quarter, it's Brady Saunders on the steal. Why not pull up at the buzzer? It's the exclamation point, and there's still a quarter left to play. 50-23 after three. Brewer would keep it going in the fourth, and they win their first regional title since '84, 70-33 over Skowhegan. Brady Saunders had 28 points, and he is your tournament MVP. And ladies and gentlemen, he is here with me right now. Brady Saunders, I mean, you did it last game. You did it again this game. What is the key to this wagon and how it just keeps rolling on and on and on?
We just came out for a hot start, and I think that was what gets us every time. Against Coney, we hit a couple shots, and we were super fired up on defense. So that got us going. And then again tonight, I hit a three to start the game, and I think that really set the tone for the game. And we just played amazing defense all throughout, and we never looked back.
First time since 1984 that this team has won a regional championship. How does it feel to be named the tournament MVP and to be, the standard bearer for this team this year?
I mean, it means a lot to me, but I'm looking to that next game. I mean, Friday's going to be a tough test. Falmouth, I heard that we have next. And I just can't thank my teammates enough for getting me to this point, and without them, I wouldn't be here.
This crowd was crazy tonight. All night long, even for the guys on the bench when they came in at the end of the game, they were going crazy for it. What's it like to have the support system right here?
I mean, Brewer has always been family-oriented. And we have all of our fans, past players, alumni, people that went to Brewer. So it just meant the world to us when they were just cheering us on, and we just had the whole city on our backs. So.
Well, Brady, congratulations on the win. We'll see you here next Friday against Falmouth. And by the way, just a little tidbit of information about the Lawrence game. They will be playing South #1 Brunswick right here at 6:05 next week. Thank you so much, Brady, for your time. And then after that game will be the boys state final for Class A, again here at the Civic Center next Friday night. Can't wait for that. What a night of action here at the Civic Center. Tyler, back to you.
Thanks for that, Ryan. I don't want to say I told you so, but way back in the beginning of the season, I had Brewer and Ryan had Skowhegan. He just got to witness the fortune-telling of Tyler Cruz happen in real time. So let's check those fully complete Class A brackets just for the heck of it. Brewer is your champion, first regional championship victory since 1984, first Northern Maine championship victory ever. They'll go on to the state finals next Friday, as Ryan said, right there in Augusta against Falmouth. And for the girls, Lawrence is your champion there. A big comeback, not comeback win for them, but after losing those first two games of the season, great for them to come back with a win when it mattered the most. So one region is all done and complete. Congrats to the Witches and the Bulldogs. Big wins for them. We had the Class C semis in Bangor tonight as well. And before getting to those, let's do those brackets. The Class C North girls semis, Dexter and Central at the top, Hodgdon and Penobscot Valley at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4, so all chalk right there. Let's see if it stays that way. For the boys, Calais and Fort Fairfield, 1 and 4. Dexter and Fort Kent, 2 and 3. Again, all chalk here for Class C North boys. Should be some great matchups. Let's go to the girls now. It's Penobscot Valley and Hodgdon, both trying to advance to the regional finals. Both have had terrific seasons to date. First quarter, Kaya Loring gets it inside to Ellie Austin. The hook shot to go with the left. A great move there and one. And then it's the Hawks. Anna Oliver fires the bounce pass over to Sadie Thompson. Once she handles it, she fires. She gets it to go for 3. End of the first now. Loring into her sister, Holly Loring. She gets that one to go on the inside. PVHS led by 11 at the half. Fourth quarter, Hawks trying to mount a comeback. Megan Peters gets inside and gets it to go. They'd come back with the press, but the Howlers are going to break that right away. Holly Loring to Lila Cummings. She gets it to go. Howlers roll 42-27.
It's awesome. We got heartbroken in the Northern Mains last year. I think we're going to want it even more. As for our defense, we all just had to play together, communicate. I mean, last game we didn't play as a team so much, but this game we really turned it on together and wanted it for each other.
Now to the other Class C semifinal game, top seed Dexter going up against the 4th-ranked Central Red Devils. Central, they were on fire out of the gates behind the hot hand of Izzy Allen. Nice move here. 4-2 through the foul in the lane. Devils led by 11 after 1, but the Tigers would step it up in the second. Callie Goodrow, beautiful hezzy inside for the 2. And then we'll go to the third quarter. Here she is again, Goodrow. Dexter would lead by 4 heading into the 4th. That lead would stretch to 9, but with about a minute left, Central would storm back. This Izzy Allen triple makes it a 3-point game late. Nice step back, but the Tigers would connect from the line. They seal the deal and go on to win 56-51.
We really wanted to win, so we were in our heads in the first half, so we had to come back, slow it down, mentally get things going on the court physically. So.
To the Class C boys semis, now 3-seeded Dexter. They're trying to advance past Fort Kent. A couple of spin moves early in this one. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. Warriors start hot. Here's Ethan Daigle in the paint. Spins, gets the shot to fall. And for the Tigers, it's senior Will Kuzniers. He had 15, goes baseline, pulls up, gets the jumper to fall. Here comes Daigle again off the offensive glass. He's too strong, and he lets them know it right there. Warriors by 7 at the break. Second half, Fort Kent would start to pull away. The save, the pass inside to Daigle to the hoop for 2. That stretched the lead to 13. They win it 48-34.
More intensity than them, just trying to outwork them. We try to never get outworked in a game, and we didn't get outworked this game. On the boards, I'm pretty sure we won the boards by a lot this game.
All right, to the Class C, last Class C boys semi of the night. It's top seed Calais taking on 4-seed Fort Fairfield. This should be a good one. Let's start in the first quarter. Calais with it. Jacob Sakabasin in the rebound. Out to Jace Cook. Gets to the hole. Smooth finish for 2. And for the Tigers, they're passing it around. Blake Seenel into Micah Daigle. Out to Ethan Willard. He buries the corner jumper. Blue Devils with it now. It's Jace Cook. He's going to get it in the lane. Gets it out to Matt Dana right here for the mid-range, and he connects. And then here are the Blue Devils again in the first. They are running. Sakabasin out to Cook, out to Sakabasin, out over to Dana. Devils win it 70-47. Cook had 31. So all of those matchups are set. Calais and Fort Kent will battle for the regional title. It's Fort Kent's first ever regional finals game in school history, boys and girls, so pretty big for the Warriors. Let's go to the girls now. Dexter and Penobscot Valley, two 17-1 regular season teams, and those ones on each of their record are each other. The only teams to beat them are each other. Those should be some pretty good finals matchups all happening on Saturday. We have X's and O's coming up next with Adam Robinson. You are not going to want to miss that as we break down the Class B North Girls Championship game on Saturday. Stay with us.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1291 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance. Monday, the Alert 2-hour season finale will leave you speechless.
She was taken.
You can't do this. All new Alert Missing Persons Unit, Monday at 8 on Fox.
Welcome back in to the green screen. Third day doing weather. Adam Robinson from the Bangor Daily News here with Tyler Cruz. We're going to break down the B North Girls Championship game between Ellsworth and Old Town. Should be a very good one. Let's start with Ellsworth. Their first championship game since 1992. They shoot the lights out, they get their shooters open, and they draw the extra defenders. Adam, take this one away.
Yeah, so Lily Bean gets doubled. You need to make sure you know where everyone is on this Ellsworth team. They find Morgan Clifford. They're going to, right in the middle, in that open space up top, three-pointer, bang, it's good.
That's just what they do. They draw the extra defender, and then they know exactly what to do with it. Here's Grace Jaffrey on the drive. Draws two defenders there, and then Adam, right behind you is going to be a little bit of open space. She knows that right in the opposing elbow. Let's roll that clip. That's going to go out to Elizabeth Bowles over there. Great ball tracking right there by a cameraman. That's me. She buries the three-pointer right there. This is an exciting Ellsworth team. Like you said, you have to know where everyone is. You can't leave any of the shooters open. You can't really cheat because they'll kick it right away. Let's check out Old Town here. Gabrielle Cody is going to be start us off. They shoot the three ball well. They get their shooters in space. Similar. Way too much space right there for Gabrielle Cody. She's not even hesitating, stopping and popping.
You could hit that.
I could hit that if you let me warm up a little bit. My first two might be front rimmed. And then this one is from their quarterfinal game against Presque Isle. Can't play a zone.
No, can't play a zone here. And if I step out of the way, you can see there's four defenders. They're faking their left. They go move right, and then they find the open three-point shot in the right corner. Very similar to their opponent coming up, they can shoot the three.
Exactly. And like you said, because they can shoot the three, that draws the defenders out. Taylor Loring and Gabrielle Cody right here. We're going to stop this. They both have their defenders focused on them. Gabrielle Cody knows that. I mean, she's already in action. We paused this a little late. There's so much open space right there by you, Adam.
Yeah.
Let's roll that clip. Let's see how that finishes out. That leaves the middle wide open. Michaela Emerson, it fills that space nicely. Let's go back to our big background here after we show this in real time. You just really can't cheat with either of these teams because, A, of the shooters and of the IQ.
Right, exactly. They know where everyone's going to be. The ball moves on a string on that last play. Everyone knew their spots and their cuts. It's going to be a really, really good matchup.
It's not really set plays, but it's like a set motion. So everybody knows where the ball's kind of going to go next, except for the defense.
Right.
And they're really good at getting those, like we said, out of position. Once you're out of position, it's too late against either of those teams. 3 points are going up on the board.
Yeah, just take an inch and take a mile. They know where everyone's going to be. One cut, boom, they can make it happen.
This is going to be a very good game. Old Town undefeated. Ellsworth was the 3 seed, but they have been rolling lately. This one is on Saturday at the Cross Center. Adam, this wraps up our regional X's and O's coverage. Thanks for being our guest this week. Really appreciate all the help for filling this content space. I am really excited for this game on Saturday. That's going to do it for us. There's more Fast Break coming up after this. Stay with us.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? When the forecast calls for nasty weather, all roads lead to down east. With Toyota's impressive lineup of 15 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, you're sure to find a model and payment that's right for you. Don't see it on our lot? Here's the latest update on models arriving soon. Pre-order yours now for the fastest delivery. When main roads get messy, all roads lead to down east. Your four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive headquarters on Wilson Street in Brewer.
When Zolke Tree Service wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Zolke Tree Service has been serving the greater Bangor area since 2018. Zolke Tree Service offers free in-person quotes. Give us a call today.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate. 974-7815.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
You just wait around a minute, something awful's bound to happen. You saved me. That's what we're here for.
911 Lone Star, Tuesday on Fox.
That's just about going to do it for our coverage of this edition of Fast Break Tourney Edition. We have a big championship Saturday tomorrow at the Cross. We'll check out that schedule as we say goodnight. See you later, folks.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
His murder left a huge, gaping hole in the whole community of Monterey.
Dr. Thomas Burchard had a public life and a secret life. But those who knew him back in Monterey still stand by the man they knew and trusted.
Really nothing that I heard in the news changed my opinion
about who he was. I know that he wasn't a bad person at all. And for what happened to him was absolute tragedy.
I miss Tom every day. You know, some days it's harder.
In your heart, do you still love Thomas Burchard?
Yeah, you know, and I don't think there's any real getting over it or moving on or resuming your life. I don't. And I will have to keep going forward.